Hi, friends. Once again, this is Odell Dova, Houston FinTech, HoustonFinTech.com. Here with another great video for you on why. I get this question quite often. Why a brokerage? Why your own representative? Why an agent? Why an attorney when you can do things yourself? And it's as simple as this: expertise, knowledge, wisdom, the time that representative, that lawyer, that agent, that realtor, that brokerage, that broker, their expertise, the fact that they're doing it every day, access to multiple facets instead of just one facet. So let's look at some things that a lot of people may miss, and why it's extremely important to always have your own representative. One of the things that I've been seeing is a lot of new homes are being built. They have new home builder reps sitting in there, and a lot of times we'll drive by and we'll see those homes. People will drive by and see those homes and think, "Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful house. Let me go in here and I want to buy this house." And so they'll go in and they'll make a deal with the builder and the builder's rep, and the builder rep will give them the price and the terms and all of this good stuff. And one of the things, amazingly to me, most people never think about is the fact that this information is all being given to them based on one side. More importantly, it's being given to them based on the side of the party they're giving the money to, not to their benefit, but to the benefit of, in this case, the home builder. All right? So one of the things that I always want as a consumer, so we've had the first four lessons, right? So this is Money Matters. Money Matters 101. And one of the basic things that we need to start understanding is using the leverage of brokerage, using the leverage of having our own representation, expert representation in whatever it is we're doing. If we're doing a contract, it helps to have someone read over that contract who understands contracts, know what it is we're looking at. If we're buying a piece of real estate, I think it makes great sense to have an agent, a realtor, represent your interest in negotiations with the other party. I think when it comes to even as simple as buying a car, that it helps to use an auto brokerage, right? Or to consult with someone who is an auto broker who deals with dealerships and various dealerships nationwide, even worldwide, to help you, especially if that is a significant purchase, if it's going to be a significant purchase. Okay? Bottom line is that I'm 100% going to say it never hurts to have an extra set of eyes on your behalf. So let's just take a look at some of the examples that I've personally seen over the time and see if we can understand why I think this is the way to go. Buying a car. So one of the companies that we have is an auto brokerage. We help people buy cars, particularly luxury cars, high dollar cars, exotic cars, that type of thing. We do help with pre-owned cars and stuff like that. But our niche is we serve clients who don't have time to go shopping for cars themselves. They want a great deal, or they want a particular car, and they want it done simply. In today's time, you would think, well, why are people still using our service for that when there's the internet, et cetera? And it's as simple as time versus money. For most of our clients, their time is worth the money to pay us the little brokerage fee for making sure they get a great deal. If it's a pre-owned car, we go through the steps to make sure that pre-owned car meets certain standards. Let me give you this example. When you're buying a car, you're buying one car. Very seldom are you buying multiple cars. You're buying one car, and typically you're buying one car every 3 to 5 years, maybe even longer. So if it's a pre-owned car, let's say it's a pre-owned car, it's 60, 70,000, pre-owned Mercedes. And you don't know the history of that car. You get a Carfax or something like that, and it tells you what it believes to be the history of that car, right? You buy that car, you take that car home, you think you've negotiated a great deal. 6 months up the road, something happens. You bought the car as is, right? Pre-owned cars come as is. But the truth of the matter is, had you used a brokerage service like ours, where we go through the car and where the dealer understands that if that car is not truly as represented, it will cost more than one deal that happens over 1 to 3 to 5 years. It will cost maybe 10 deals a month from that dealer of us no longer doing business with them. Same car, same buyer, same dealer. Difference is that we stand between, and our leverage is that a dealer wouldn't dare, right? We've been doing auto brokerage over 28 years. No dealer in their right mind would dare try to sell us a lemon or try to sell us a car that what we call patched up. A lot of times dealers will buy cars from the auction and they'll fix, let's say it's a transmission leak. They can put some patch in there. Transmission works fine for 6 months to a year. By the time it has a problem, you're not even thinking it was the dealer's fault. They wouldn't dare do that with us. I do not give second chances to dealers that try to put our clients in poor vehicles. That's one example of how brokerage works on your behalf. A second way is with realtors, and an excellent realtor, not someone who just started and has no idea of what's really happening in real estate. And I'm not against the new people. Obviously, you have to start somewhere. But when you're looking to buy a house, that's going to be the biggest investment most people make. Even if it's a brand new home by a builder that's been building for years, excellent reputation in their construction and work, it's still going to be to your favor to have your own representation in the negotiations, right? A wise agent will typically know the market for that home, even though it's a new home subdivision. They still would know the market. They would know what's happening around the area, what's going to be built, what schools are there, what schools are going to be built there. They'll typically know if there's going to be some freeway expansion, something to make it easier to go to and from work and from where. A lot of dynamics that you may not know. Here's an example. On the mortgage side, obviously we lend money, right? So on the lending side, we've had clients that have gone in and done deals just straight with the builder. And I've looked at the deal myself and said, this deal isn't going to work. We just funded a house, similar size, similar floor plan in that same neighborhood. This really happened. Same house, same neighborhood, same floor plan, same neighborhood. We funded a deal maybe 3 weeks earlier. Now here's another buyer coming to us with a contract 80 grand more. They went straight to the builder, no realtor. It just happened to be that because it was so close in time and it was the same neighborhood, the appraiser had just went through, we knew that there was no justification for that extra 80 grand. Long story short, I called the builder. I had a relationship with that particular builder. We funded quite a few deals for him. In fact, we used to do buy leasebacks with them. So I called the owner of the construction, of the builder, and said, hey man, I've got a deal here that's not going to work for me. I can't fund it at this. I need it $80,000 cheaper. Of course, he cried about it, said, man, we've already got an executed contract, buyer's happy, why won't you just fund it? The appraisal's there, and it was, that we could have appraised it and funded it. But that would not have been to the best interest of our client. So after talking to him, hearing him whine, he agreed to reduce the contract. He changed everything, made it 80 grand lower, and I was able to call the client and tell the wife, you want a Jag or you want a Beamer on the driveway with that house now? Same amount of money, but simply by her coming to us, a broker, a mortgage broker, instead of simply going to a bank or going with the builder's financing, we were able to literally give them a house and a nice new luxury car for the exact same money they were already happy to pay. That's just two examples of how having your own representation really, really can come out to your favor. Clearly, obviously, most of us know that anytime we're dealing with a legal issue, having an attorney that knows what they're doing, seasoned attorney, excellent at what they do. Read over the contracts. Look at this deal before we make it. Look at these charges or whatever the case may be. The better the advocate on your behalf, the better the outcome on your behalf. So we at Houston FinTech, we're your advocate on the business side, right? We do business loans with capitalization, funding, and investments. We like to think of ourselves as not just your lending source, not just the capital, but we're your advocates in your business's success. Whether it's personal or business, always look for an advocate in your corner. Does that make sense? I'm Odell Dova, HoustonFinTech.com. If you have any questions, if some of the things I say make sense to you and you'd really like to plug into the wisdom of it, we'd love to have you as a client. Please reach out to us, HoustonFinTech.com. We look forward to helping you.